We're in a time when relations between the government and the opposition seem to be perhaps at their lowest. And an example of that was seen in the just concluded monsoon session of Parliament, which saw violent protests from the opposition benches. Several days were washed out. And now things seem to be going perhaps even more downwards, with the Congress party taking its protests to the streets. And in the midst of all of this, joining us today is somebody who has the unenviable job of maintaining a relationship between the government and the opposition benches. Union Parliamentary Affairs and Minority Affairs Minister, Mr. Kiren Rijiju. Thanks very much, sir. First of all, your monsoon session is over, but it seems that all the allegations, the finger pointing has spilt over onto the streets. First, tell me, with just about 30% business being done in the Lok Sabha and less than 40% being done in the Rajya Sabha, are we now at a point where the government and opposition will never see eye to eye?
I hope it won't be like that. But coming to the productivity of the Parliament session, the percentage which you had mentioned is technically correct, because the duration of time allotted for discussion on particular bill or any business is decided by the Business Advisory Committee. So we do not deliberate that amount of time for particular bill because the opposition parties were creating ruckus. But in terms of output, in fact, it is one of the most productive Parliament session, because we passed so many critical and far-reaching consequential bills which are extremely important for our nation. So from the national perspective, from the government's point of view, the Parliament session is extremely useful, and I feel it's a very successful session for us. But not functioning Parliament properly to give proper space for debates and discussion is a huge loss for the opposition party, particularly the members of Parliament from opposition parties. Some of the parties are, in a mood to discuss. But the problem was the Congress party and 2-3 of the main opposition parties, they were hell-bent on disrupting the Parliament to create some headlines for political gains. But I sincerely believe that they have not gained anything. They have lost their credibility by not discharging their duty. So, in terms of the real outcome of the last monsoon session of the Parliament, it has been extremely productive, and those bills, numbers of bills, total 15 bills we had pushed through, they are critical for India's future.
It's very important to use the word push through, because that's what the opposition says. This is not the way democracy functions. The bill should have been debated. How can you push through laws without actually taking the opposition into confidence, without having a proper reasoned debate? This is just, trying to steamroll the opposition.
That is in a way correct, because we waited for 3 weeks for opposition party to come on board. The Parliament session was for 22 days, and for first around 2.5 weeks, we kept on pleading that since times were allotted and bills are important, members should speak on the bills, because after all, these are not ordinary bills. People must listen to the voice of the opposition. So we gave them enough time, but then we can't let the opposition party put the entire Parliament into ransom. We have to run the government. We have to take care of the people of the country.
You're saying they had agreed to have a discussion and then they went back on their word?
The agreement is on the basis of what we have decided in the Business Advisory Committee. And in the BSc, Padmaja, I am very honestly telling you, I have agreed to whatever time opposition party had demanded. Suppose for the sports bill, it's very critical bill for the entire sporting fraternity and the youth of this country. The new sports governance bill and the anti-doping bill, we wanted some 5-6 hours discussion in both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But the opposition parties insisted that we should discuss for 2 days in Lok Sabha and 2 days in Rajya Sabha. That means 4 days. Then I conceded. I said, well, we are okay if you want to sit throughout, till late night in the Parliament. No problem. We decided to expand the scope of the discussion, extend the time, everything. Yet, finally, they came to the House and disrupted. In a similar manner, the income tax bill, which is one of the most important as well as the biggest ever, reforms in income tax. They agreed for 2 days again, both in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Again, on the day we brought the bill, they didn't, in fact, they didn't allow even a single minute to discuss. We waited. Every morning when you come out with a list of business, these business are listed.
Yeah.
And the members are well known, they are prepared. Many Congress MPs, forget about other opposition parties, Congress MPs had told me that they want to participate in these critical bills. And I told them, you discuss with your leader.
Like who? Shashi Tharoor?
Many, I will not name, but many MPs desired to speak on those important bills because you are not going to get chance to speak on those bills again unless we come out with another amendment.
No, but sir, then don't you walk up to the LOPs, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Mr. Kharge, and say, listen, you have agreed to all of this business happening. Why are you doing this?
I told them, I had a meeting with Kharge ji, Rahul ji. I had meeting with all the senior leaders of the opposition parties. Their whips are in touch with me. In fact, they come to my house. They discuss with me. We have an excellent relationship. The problem is at the top. From the initial stage, from the issue of the removal motion against Justice Verma, the judge of Delhi High Court, we all agreed that this is not a government's intention to remove a sitting High Court judge. It should be the voice of the Parliament, because the Chief Justice of India had written to the President and the Prime Minister. So I told both of them, Rahul ji and Kharge ji, we three of us sat and some senior members also joined us. Then we made it a joint effort as a collective notice to the Speaker. And then they surreptitiously brought another motion in the Rajya Sabha. These are uncalled for. You don't do that in the polity. We have trust on words and commitment. There are differences in terms of our approach because we come from different ideological backgrounds. We have our own way of doing things as per BJP's ideology. But when it comes to the running of the Parliament House, it is a collective effort because Parliament is a forum where you have to speak your point of view. Government will definitely have its own way, but then we are ready to listen to
But
them.
Mr. Rahul Gandhi is saying that dal mein kuch kala hai, SIR is going on, and you just refuse to engage with them on the issue of SIR. All they were saying was that, listen, let's have a discussion on the intensive revision also. But the government was too stubborn. Why?
See, first of all, special intensive revision of the electoral roll is not the first time Election Commission has carried out this time. It has been happening since independence, many times in different states all over. Moreover, this is not Bihar-centric. This is going to happen all India, as Election Commission has already stated. Now, this SIR issue is an administrative issue of the Election Commission of India. If Congress has sought a discussion on the electoral reforms, or if the government is bringing bill or anything related to the reforms in election process itself, then definitely we are lawmakers, we can discuss, we have to discuss indeed. But any administrative mechanism within the constitutional authority is within their domain. We are not supposed to get into it because Election Commission is a constitutional authority which is independent. In the same manner, if Supreme Court decides to conduct certain mechanism within their own domain, how can we discuss on matter which is carried out by them? But then we also told them that, see, we have to keep arm's length distance from the Election Commission of India. In future, if there are anything related to electoral reforms, we will have a very elaborate discussion. But then this particular SIR, if we had agreed for discussion, then who would answer on behalf of the Election Commission?
And you conveyed this to Mr. Gandhi, that this is not possible, SIR discussion is not possible.
I told all the opposition parties, and I made a statement on the floor of the House also, that if we take up a discussion on SIR, then who will defend the Election Commission's action? We are not spokesperson of the Election Commission of India. I cannot speak on behalf of the Chief Election Commissioner and his actions. The Law Ministry is the nodal ministry for Election Commission, but that is with regards to administrative matter which are dealing of matters with the government and framing of laws. But SIR is purely administrative process, and the conduct of the Election Commission of India cannot be discussed on the floor of the House. That is a ruling given by the then Congress Speaker Balram Jakar. And I had also told them, the Speaker also read out what Balram Jakar had said, that Election Commission's administrative matter cannot be discussed in the Parliament.
But Mr. Rijiju, if that is how things stand right now, already Mr. Rahul Gandhi has taken out a Vote Adhikar Yatra across Bihar. It concluded yesterday. And he has said that what you saw so far is only an atom bomb. Now he's going to explode a hydrogen bomb. So till the time such a discussion happens, things are only going to go from bad to worse.
See, it's going to expose Rahul Gandhi and his people only. We know if they can't get elected, people don't support them. They will attack the system itself. What can they do? He has miserably failed in 3 elections. Can you imagine? Once upon a time, the grand old party, they had a great nationalist leaders in Congress party. I can't believe that these people are now in the helm of the affairs of the Congress party. Can you believe it? 40 years, 30 years, 50 years back, the great stalwarts of the Congress party leaders. And today look at the Congress leaders. Where have they come? They are a bunch of left-leaning, left-minded people now running the Congress party. How can you attack the constitutional authorities if people don't vote for you? If anybody's name is deleted, who is a genuine voter, there are avenues before Election Commission. You can appeal. Or you come out that I am a genuine voter, my name has been deleted. But how can you just put any allegation? It's a futile exercise on the part of the opposition party to wreck up an issue which government has nothing to do with. We just want that the voter list should be clean, the electoral roll must be robust. Anybody who is illegal, who is not Indian, cannot be voter. Any person who is dead has to be deleted from the electoral roll. Person who has shifted or migrated to another destination or another state has to get his names deleted from the earlier old electoral roll. These are normal things which we all feel that there are numerous loopholes in the past. But the updation, the corrections are continuous process.
You know, you spoke of illegals not being allowed in the voter list. The Home Minister also spoke of कि ये कैसे घुसपैठिया बचाओ रैली बन गई है, जो वोट अधिकार रैली है. Interestingly, so far the Election Commission hasn't given any data of how many illegals, if at all, have been found in the electoral rolls in Bihar, and which is why the Congress would be right in saying कि आप घुसपैठिए की बात तो करते हैं जब भी कोई सवाल आपसे पूछा जाता है, but कितने घुसपैठिए हैं? Where's that number?
Now the process itself will answer everything. Suppose some few lakhs of voters are deleted.
65 lakhs.
If the names are genuine, they'll come out, no? They'll come out and appeal. They will come to the electoral office to justify their claims. If somebody is not coming out to make the claim, that means he's illegal. If somebody is genuine Indian, he or she will fight for her or his case. So if the electoral roll is being corrected, genuine names are removed, there is a mechanism to get back. Those who are illegal will always be illegal. They will have no right whatsoever. And they have no business to be in the Indian electoral roll. So I am very happy that the process will churn out the correct version of the electoral roll.
But should there be a figure for this? How many illegals have been identified?
That will come to know, no? Once the final list is published.
Because there's also the fear that, you know, poor Muslims, people who are Congress voters, they are going to be weeded out, RJD voters.
If Muslims have become Congress vote bank, it's not my fault. But a genuine Indian Muslim can definitely say that if anybody's name has been removed, tell me any genuine Indian Muslim whose name is deleted.
Congress
We ourselves will say that, okay, he is either Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi, whatever may be, but Indian is Indian. He has to be in the electoral roll. We will fight for them. They are our citizens. We are in the government. It's our responsibility to ensure that they are protected. But then, you can't just create a kind of hysteria just to wipe up the sentiments of the Muslim community against BJP and then create this kind of narratives by making the whole Muslim community as anti-BJP and anti-election commission of India. This is totally wrong. They will pay a very heavy price because the general common Indians are extremely happy. Now they are creating problem in the parliament for SIR. In Bihar, has any true Bihari protested? No. They are happy. They are saying that अगर नाम मेरा कट गया तो मैं बोलूंगा ना, नाम कटा ही नहीं तो मैं क्यों प्रोटेस्ट करूं?
नहीं, बट राहुल जी तो कह रहे हैं कि हजारों लोग उनके कान में आकर के कहते हैं, बच्चा बच्चा हजारों कहते हैं वोट चोर गद्दी छोड़.
Don't believe Rahul Gandhi ji. Before Rahul Gandhi was leader of the Congress party had a very nationalist agenda. They were good in the way they think for India. How much they succeed, they failed, that is another issue. But the Congress leaders were nationalists. How and in what manner Rahul Gandhi has been geared by the leftists and the communists and the Maoists. Now he is talking about defaming India's image by targeting the constitutional authorities and also asking people not to trust the government, which means they want to discredit the status of the government itself, which is elected by the people. So he is trying to create a narrative which will not succeed. We are busy implementing the programs and policies envisaged by the Prime Minister Modi ji. And that is how people trust us. Our governance, our welfare delivery schemes are all reaching out to the people. That is why if you see in Bihar, there are some RJD supporters, traditionally RJD supporters, and Muslim communities are being misled by the Congress party. So basically, some group, mainly the RJD supporters and Muslim community, they are being put in the front of the yatra which Rahul Gandhi had started in Bihar. But the larger section of the people of Bihar are extremely satisfied with the Election Commission of India and they trust Modi ji.
But then how are there so many people in the yatra?
That's what I'm saying. In democracy...
These could be actually people who are worried that their names will be struck off, that they will lose their right to vote.
They did not worry. The Election Commission has already clearly stated. See, Padmaja, you are a very senior journalist. In democracy, government will always have an opposition. Say government has 60% of the supporters and 40% of the people will be there to oppose. So that 40% people, if they protest, doesn't mean that they are in majority. The people are with Modi ji, people trust us, and people of India don't want to derail the trajectory which we have achieved in last 11 years and transforming Indians into a stage where we can proudly claim that we are now a nation of fastest growing economy. Who wants to disrupt that?
Let me ask you, sir, when there is a very strident call that, we are going to have three things. Rahul Gandhi first said, ये आग लगी है बिहार के अंदर, ये आग पूरे देश में फैलेगी. Then he said कि अब एक और भी बड़ा धमाका होने वाला है और पूरे देश में लोग कहेंगे वोट चोर गद्दी छोड़. Are you underestimating the impetus that this has? Because this could be a nationwide movement. It could be of the kind, what if people come on the streets?
कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. You have to have faith on the people of India. Do you think that people of India will install a person who doesn't have an idea of India itself? People are not fools. Indians are matured. Our wisdom has been great from the time immemorial. So, people may make fun of his speeches, his words, but we don't do that. We don't want to ridicule Rahul Gandhi. But he has been making this kind of statement. Before 2019, he said, "Log Modi ji ko danda marenge." Modi ji came out with 303 seats. People of India trust Modi ji. Then he was saying Rafale chor, this, the Chowkidar chor. Supreme Court had made him understand that you can't say just like that. He apologized. And then he started making, false claims about Modi ji. We came to power for the third time. A Congress party, the oldest party, not able to win the 100 seats for 3 consecutive terms. Do you think that any other leader would have survived in any other democratic party? It is only family-run party like Congress party. It doesn't matter you fail or you win. They have to keep the family first business in entire existence of the party. Our leaders are emerged from the masses. Rahul Gandhi talking about poor people is like making fun of the poor people. Modi ji has emerged from the masses. A humble family, a poor mother, gave birth to a humble person. He becomes the Prime Minister of India, and today globally he is recognized as one of the senior most statesmen, not merely a leader or merely a Prime Minister of India. He is considered a statesman of the world, one of the senior most democratically elected leader.
You are saying that people of the country have faith in the Prime Minister, but look at the message that, and this is not just Rahul Gandhi alone, and this is being echoed by people from MK Stalin to Hemant Soren to even Mamta Banerjee. They are saying that you have launched a multi-pronged attack. Let me come back to Parliament now. You brought in a bill on the last day of Parliament that removes ministers if they have been in jail for 30 consecutive days. 1, it's been called draconian. 2, with the way that 97% of the cases are against opposition leaders since the time that your government came into power. They are saying this is the easiest way. You will put them in jail in a case where they will not be able to get bail for 30 days. And you will remove people like Hemant Soren, you will remove people like Arvind Kejriwal, you will remove people like MK Stalin because they'll be in jail for 30 days.
It doesn't happen like that. There is something called court in this country. We are undermining the Indian judiciary that way. Actually, Lalu Prasad committed the corruption when BJP was nowhere in the power. He was convicted, he was jailed, nothing to do with BJP. All Dayanidhi Maran and this A Raja of DMK, they went to jail during Congress time. How does it relate to BJP? All those corruptions which Congress had done in their time, it doesn't have anything to do with BJP. Our government is clean because Prime Minister and down to our party Karyakarta, everybody is extremely clear about our conduct. So in last 11 years, not a single minister is found to be involved in any of the scams and scandals, unlike Congress time where every day there's a scam. So by bringing an important bill like 138th Constitution Amendment Bill, we are ensuring that no matter which position you are in, if you commit corruption, you have to go to jail. And if you go to jail for more than 30 days, you have to leave your chair. This kind of stringent legal provision is absolutely necessary to check the corruption. It's the right message. It is only those people who are neck deep in the corruption, they will only shout any action against laws to check the corruption. Otherwise, if you have not committed any crime, you will not be convicted. You will not be arrested. Or if you are arrested, the court will give you bail if you found yourself totally clean. So that means what? They don't trust the Supreme Court of India?
No, but they don't trust you. They say that whenever somebody allies with you, suddenly all their cases get closed. Irrigation scam, Ajit Pawar, closure report. Prafull Patel, closure report. Somebody comes on your side, closure report. Somebody on their side, immediate charge sheet.
So those charge sheets and those clean sheets, These are maybe done by the court. How can I keep on assessing each and every case which are complicated? Each case has its own history sheets and all. It's very easy to say that this person has been given clean sheet. You have to go into the deep issues of a particular matter to understand what are the charges. I am nobody to give clean sheet or convict any person. It is the duty of the court. We must trust Indian judiciary. That is why these people, they are forced to come to a single platform because people of India trust Modi ji. Otherwise, why would they come to, what is their common ground to come together? Uddhav Sena, Muslim League, Congress Party, Communist Party, they are sitting in the same platform. They are abusing Modi ji without knowing that it is Modi ji's popularity which have forced them to come and sitting in an inconvenient way possible. They don't understand how they are forced to come to this stage. If they continue to abuse Modi ji and abuse Indian democracy, Supreme Court, Election Commission of India, they will be severely punished in next election.
Is it a problem that you already have a very tumultuous external world? We are talking at a time where you've got an agitation being conducted inside our country, and outside we have got other countries which are threatening us with tariffs. There is a rearrangement of world order happening. What is a real threat before the government at this point?
See, first of all, I will not go into the nitty-gritty of the relations with the foreign countries, but we have to trust our leader. Indian democracy, Indian parliamentary system, and our government is absolutely well in place. Nobody can shake it. Rahul Gandhi and the entire left ecosystem, they are trying to destabilize the country. But be assured, nothing will happen. In India, you can't have the kind of incidents we have seen in some of the countries. People of India have a absolutely clear view about how our government, how our nation and how our leaders should be. They have a clear judgment, trust their wisdom. Indian people have been there since last so many millennium, centuries, and today we are standing tall as the most successful democracy and the largest democracy in the world. It is because Indian people trust the system, and after independence, Indian people have stood by the Constitution of India. Although Congress Party changed the preamble of the Indian Constitution, the Congress Party had assaulted the Constitution. Congress Party insulted, and they had totally undermined the legacy of Baba Sahib B.R. Ambedkar. But we have revived all these things. Modi ji, from the day one, he bowed before the Parliament House, he bowed to the Constitution. He has revived the legacy of Baba Sahib Ambedkar. We have given our commitment to protect the Constitution, thereby introducing the celebration of the Constitution Day on 26th November, which Congress Party never celebrated the Constitution Day. We are doing everything. So be assured, India is safe under a great leader, Modi ji, and now we are at the higher pedestal in the Committee of Nations, where Indians will always be respected globally. So internally, externally, India is in a safe hand, so nothing to worry.
Final two questions, and I want to ask you this as a member of parliament from Arunachal Pradesh. We are talking about, how in the Committee of Nations, India is being seen. A picture that the whole world was looking at yesterday is the Chinese president, the president of Russia, and our prime minister in that huddle together at the SCO. When you saw that picture, what crossed your mind?
I have a great relief in my mind that Prime Minister Modi ji has the ability to work with every great leader in the world. With China, we face the greatest difficulties because after 1962 conflict, India and China has stopped any formal dealings, trade or anything along the border. I wish someday there will be normal relation and normal trade between India and China through that Arunachal side of the border. Having good relationship with our neighboring countries are always good in the national interest. Prime Minister Modi ji's global vision is well known. He has always said that India's philosophy has Vasudev Kutumbakam. We want to have good relationship with every nation. So we trust Modi ji. He carries the wishes of the 1.4 billion people. So when he meets the top other global leaders, definitely we are happy.
Final question to you. We also saw a case where a small Congress worker on the stage, we spoke at length about the Vote Adhikar Yatra, he was heard making the vilest of abuses. As we speak, we had the Prime Minister today, while speaking to women from Bihar, he did not refer to any one episode, but he said that माही तो हमारा संसार होती है, माही हमारा स्वाभिमान होती है, समृद्ध परंपरा वाले बिहार में कुछ दिनों पहले जो हुआ, उसकी मैंने कल्पना भी नहीं की थी. My question is that very often the opposition says that these episodes are almost created by the BJP. It's almost like a toolkit of the BJP to play on the emotional sentiment. When everything else fails, when in Bihar you think that you have a problem on your hands, you create an emotional card to play.
We don't need emotional card. People trust Modi ji. Can you imagine? For the third time, popularly elected Prime Minister has the greatest appeal across communities, the regions in our country. Why would we play some extra cards to win the confidence of the people? It is not the first time. If you see senior Congress leaders, you're talking about ordinary Congress leaders, senior Congress leaders, how they have abused Modi ji and the family and Modi ji's caste in the past. So this is not an exception or one of the rare cases.
No, I could turn this around and say, if Chai Wala backfired on Congress, why will they abuse the Prime Minister's mother? How do they stand to
learn? The Congress party will never learn. I tell you another thing which normally I don't speak about it. Today, even those who are closest to Rahul Gandhi, top Congress leaders, they are extremely worried about the future of the Congress party. They will not say in public. They are worried people because they have got a person as a leader who doesn't think, who doesn't have the ability to understand the issues. He speaks in a wildest possible language, like abusing each other on the street. And that person is leader of opposition party. We have seen opposition leaders like Vajpayee ji, Advani ji, Sushma ji, Arun Jaitley ji. Look at their language as leader of opposition party. A leader of opposition is voice of the opposition parties, all the combined opposition parties in a way. But if he has a language of that low standard which he speaks today, Modi ji is a senior statesman, Prime Minister of the country. But the way he takes Modi ji's name and abuses, I don't think he can ever win the heart and minds of the people. That is why the Congress leaders themselves are beating their head what kind of leader they have. They don't say it, but slowly and steadily the right thinking people in the Congress party will leave Congress party. They can't tolerate, they can't survive under such erratic leader who doesn't know what he's talking and what he's behaving.
But
they are accusing us of calling him Pappu. You must be knowing this background. It was clarified by a senior Congress leader that nobody said Rahul Gandhi as Pappu, but the Congress leaders themselves have started. In the AICC, some of the senior general secretaries who were sidelined, they came together and they discovered this word Pappu for Rahul Gandhi. So don't think that we are calling him Pappu. So that Congress party's future,
No, but is it fair to say that Rahul Gandhi, leader of opposition,
That's what I'm
will
saying.
have provoked a man in Darbhanga to abuse the Prime Minister's mother?
They
Rahul Gandhi
learned from
possibly.
him. Forget about provoking. They learn from him. Rahul Gandhi abuses Prime Minister day and night. And then what do you expect his people and the other followers to learn from him?
Okay, thank you very much for speaking to us and being frank as always. I don't know about the future of the Congress, but the future of the country can be safe only when the government and the opposition works together. Hopefully, we will see more business and more cooperation between the Treasury and the opposition benches, at least in the next Parliament session. Thanks very much, Mr. Rijiju, for speaking to us.
Thank you.